Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Director of Football Sabotage with Livorno. Now in today's episode we are going to be facing Roma, who of course were placed 5th place in the last episode whilst we were 4th. So it was an interesting tie, so we'll see how things go today. Back-to-back awful results followed the Olympic Marseille defeat. Juventus absolutely smashed us 4-0. Jose Morant getting a hat-trick. He's an absolutely fantastic, unbelievable Ecuadorian regen. And yeah, he absolutely had our pants down today. Dragomir Milinkovic got himself sent off in the 43rd minute, and we did absolutely nothing in this game. We then had a home tie against Inter Milan and got beat ourselves against 10 men. They were down to 10 men from the 36th minute whilst 1-0 up. And we did push forward and we did get back into the game a little bit more after they went down 10 men. But again, poor performance from us. And Inter Milan are one of the best teams in the league, but we should be playing better against them. We then go back to winning ways, this time at home against Torino. David Mammarella got us the goal in the 19th minute, and Zach got himself a double after coming on for Derian Schmidt. He got a goal 5 minutes after coming on, so he did really well. Alberto Seri got a goal for them to equalise in the 40th minute, but we held on for the 3 points. And finally was a 1-0 away win against Fiorentina. Mammarella getting himself another goal, this time in the 45th minute, and we got the 3 points. And this is how the table looks after that set of fixtures. We are sitting in 4th position, 6 points clear from Roma. So this really is a crunch game. You know, if they beat us today, that gap closes to 4 points with only 5 games remaining. And it could be a very difficult challenge. But as you can see, we've dropped off quite a bit off the pace from the top spots. We're 7 points off Juventus now. But we're there or thereabouts. You know, we're getting there. So this is how we're going to line up for today's game against Roma. Jovanovic will start in goal. Belangioli, Carpano, Rada and Canedo will start in the defence. Our left back Fick is currently injured and he's out for quite a while, so you'll not see him for a little bit. Stoichev will start in defensive midfield. Milenkovic and Crociati start in the centre. Solossi has come back from injury and I believe he's still a little bit struggling, so he's not going to start for today's game. Jord Banga, Mammarella and Zach will lead the line. We've seen Roma's players before. We know they've got some fantastic regens and some fantastic normal players as well. Victor Lindelof's there. William Carvalho, Patrick Schick's still in the side. The likes of Pugliese and Pinton are some absolutely fantastic Italian players who, to be honest with you, I'm currently interested in. Italian players always interest me very much. Whether they be interested in joining us or is another matter. So we'll get into today's game and we'll see how we get on. So we kick off against Roma, shooting from right to left in this first half. We are at home, but we do have a poor record against Roma going back over the years. So hopefully we can do something today to right that mistake. Stoichev with a decent cross. Mammarella can't get it on target. And we don't go 1-0 up 2 minutes in. That would have been an absolutely dream start. But unfortunately it wasn't to be. As we get another highlight, 3 minutes in. Oh my God, what is that goal? That is absolutely horrendous by our defence. A free kick played in, hits our defender. Jovanovic has to scramble to keep that out. Who is that? It was Carpano, just completely lackadaisy, and Lorenzo Pellegrini puts Roma 1-0 up quite early on. That's massively disappointing. Highlight now, Jord Banga with a free kick for us. He plays the ball in. Zach's there, and it goes just over the bar, and it's a goal kick to Roma. The rest of this first half is sort of whiling away with not much happening in 39 minutes. And Roma have a free kick high up the pitch. Get that clear. Jord Banga manages to get it clear. But Roma are definitely having the better of their opportunities right now. And they're keeping a lot more possession than we are. Highlight now, 43 minutes in. And Roma could have another chance again. This time on the left-hand side. Zhikica. Back to Patrick Schick. On the edge of the box. Pugliese's back post. He hits the bar. And Crociati manages to get it clear. We are really scrambling right now. If we could go in 1... No, we're not going to go in 1-1. We could go 2-0 though. Pugliese comes forward. Their left back Jica comes forward again. Schick back to Jica. Can we nick in the ball? That's what I wanted. Jord Banga with an awful pass from Mammarella. Mammarella hasn't got the greatest... Oh my God, please put that in the back of the net. An absolute calamity from their goalkeeper gives us a lifeline. We were not in this game whatsoever. Their defence, that was a decent pass back. The keeper completely whiffs that, and Mammarella with the cheeky little chip back post gets us back level going into half time, but we really need to think about our second half player. So it's these sort of situations where I'm not entirely sure what the best course of action is for me. Half time, we're lucky to go in 1-1. We're not keeping very much possession. So what do you do about that? We're already on shorter possession. We're already at a slightly lower tempo. Do we start playing it out in defence? Do we try to work the ball in the box to try and keep the ball a bit more? I'm not too sure. So I have made some changes, made us just lower the tempo a little bit more, try and retain the possession by working the ball into the box. Part of me wanted to just go, well, if we're not going to have possession, why don't we just lump it and see if we can maybe cause some issues for them that way. But I have decided to try and win that possession battle back a little bit more, even though it is completely Roma's game right now. With 20 minutes to go, not a lot is happening. We'll see who's not performing incredibly well. Joe Banger's not having the greatest game, so we will get Claudio on in his place, and we'll get Darian Schmidt on for Zach, who's having a poor game as well. Highlight now, and we'll give the ball away from a throw-in. There's a big surprise, and Pugliese hits the bar, but that's another example of just throw-ins. I just don't understand them. Highlight now, corner for Roma, 83 minutes in. Jovanovic claims, and hopefully we can build something here. Big kick up, and Darian Schmidt is in behind the defence. Can he get a decent... Oh my, why has he went for goal? You know, he's got to work that angle a little bit more, or wait for the approach of his teammates to be able to support him. We do have one substitution left. We'll probably just get Stoichev off for Johan Drean to save his legs a little bit. And we did come back into the game a lot more in this second half, but it looks like we're going to get away with a 1-1 draw here. Probably a little bit undeserved on our behalf, but we'll absolutely take it, because that means we've still got a 6-point gap between us and Roma in the Champions League qualification race. And that's all that matters right now. We're out of the Europa League, we're out of the Italian Cup. All that matters is Champions League. And as you can see, with 5 games remaining, we have 6 points to keep ourselves in that top 4. So after that run of fixtures, we were struggling without some of our bigger names, but they are starting to return from injury. The likes of Solossi and Mamarella are now back in the squad, and they can start being chosen again. The likes of Ivanovic, our right back, still not fit right now. As you can see, Moislab Paul is he got injured recently, so he's been out the side. Tristan Fick still out the side. Ivanovic is coming back. I could have probably got him on to try and get his match fitness up a little bit, but he has sort of declined a little bit. That might be an interesting one to look at later on in the future. So looking forward to the next episode. It is, of course, going to be the final game of the season against Napoli and the end of season roundup that we do every single year. Well, that's enough from me. If you have enjoyed today's video, please consider leaving a like, and if you are enjoying my content, get yourself subscribed. But until next time, take it easy.